Breaking into the IT world can feel pretty overwhelming. There are so many different paths, so many acronyms being thrown around. It feels like, where do you even start?
That's a super common feeling. I mean, people see these promising tech careers, but that first step is often a complete mystery. And that's exactly why a certification like the CCNA exists. It's one of the most recognized and respected first steps you can take.
We're diving into the world of IT careers today, and it seems to all start with that foundational knowledge. The Cisco Certified Network Associate, or CCNA, is a beginner-level IT certification designed to build a strong networking foundation, covering key areas like IP addressing, security, and automation. I see its main purpose is to serve as a career launchpad, opening doors to roles like network engineer or administrator.
Absolutely. It's essentially a stamp of approval that says you understand the fundamental building blocks of modern networks. In a world that's just so incredibly reliant on connectivity, that's crucial.
So, Daniel, when a company sees CCNA certified on a resume, what's the immediate takeaway for them beyond just the book knowledge? What's the real so what in terms of immediate impact for the business?
Well, the immediate takeaway is reduced risk and faster onboarding. They know you've been vetted against a serious industry standard. It means you're likely to require less initial training on core networking concepts and can start contributing to projects much more quickly. It really signifies a proven ability to learn and apply complex technical information, which is just invaluable.
That makes perfect sense. So, the CCNA isn't just about learning, it's about proving you can learn and apply that knowledge effectively, which gives companies a lot of confidence. Now that we know what CCNA is and why it's so important, let's look at the actual roadmap for getting certified.
Right? The nuts and bolts of it.
The latest CCNA certification framework, the 300-301 v1.1, was introduced in August 2024. What's interesting is how it now blends the classic networking fundamentals with emerging tech like generative AI, cloud network management, and automation.
That's the key update right there. By integrating AI and cloud concepts, Cisco is ensuring the CCNA isn't just about old school networking. It's about preparing you for the future of how networks are actually operated.
Exactly. The exam itself is 120 minutes long and costs $300. I see it has various question formats, including multiple choice, drag and drop, and even simulations. And while there are no strict prerequisites, they do highly recommend having a foundational knowledge of things like IP addressing and basic security concepts.
That's a good point. You don't need a computer science degree, but you can't walk in completely cold either. Having some of that basic language down will make the study process so much smoother. The certification is then valid for 3 years, and you can maintain it by either taking higher level exams or earning continuing education credits.
It's a forward-looking certification that requires you to stay current. So, we've covered the what and the how. Now, let's quickly touch on the specific areas covered in the exam and what employers are really looking for.
Let's do it. This is where the rubber meets the road.
The exam is broken down into 6 key domains. It looks like network fundamentals and network access are 20% each, and IP connectivity is the biggest chunk at 25%. Then you have IP services, security fundamentals, and finally, automation and programmability.
That breakdown is really telling. It shows that even with all the new flashy topics like automation, the core understanding of how networks talk to each other, the fundamentals and IP connectivity, still makes up the biggest part of the exam. They want to make sure you have the foundation right before you build on top of it.
And once you have that foundation, the career opportunities seem pretty diverse. We're talking about roles like network engineer, systems engineer, network administrator, and the salary numbers are pretty compelling. Certified CCNA professionals can expect to earn an average annual salary somewhere between 70, 0, and 100, 0.
And that's a huge incentive. It shows that this isn't just an academic exercise, it's a direct path to a well-compensated and in-demand career. Employers are willing to pay for that verified skill set.
Absolutely. It clearly shows the value employers place on these skills. So, to sum it up, the CCNA is a comprehensive certification that equips you with essential networking knowledge and opens doors to well-compensated roles in a growing industry. Daniel, before we wrap, Could you give us the quick key takeaways for anyone considering this path?
You got it. First, the CCNA is a crucial beginner-level credential that gives you a solid networking foundation. Second, the new exam integrates modern tech like AI and cloud, so it's future-proof. Third, the exam heavily focuses on fundamentals like IP connectivity, but also includes security and automation. Fourth, while there are no strict prerequisites, some basic knowledge is highly recommended. And finally, this certification is in high demand, opening doors to roles like network engineer with salaries often starting in the 70 to 100 range. It's a powerful first step.